We are back at the WRPB studios talking real estate. Real estate is something that is booming right now. Everybody wants a house or everybody wants to get out of one. To make sure that you are getting the house that you are looking for, or that you have the best option for selling, you want to go to the professionals. You want to go to people like Yaz Bradley from Barron Real Estate. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. So, Yaz, you are the Vice President of the Treasure Coast Realtors Association.
Well, it's Broward, Palm Beaches, and San Lucie County Realtors Association. I'm the Vice President for the Treasure Coast area, yes.
That's awesome. So, you really know what you're doing, I bet.
I hope so. I'm learning every day. Every day is a learning process. The market change every day, so we have to be updated with what is happening in the market every day. Markets go up and down, and we have to know about it. So
Sure. Now, what made you get into the realty business?
well, I have a degree in business administration. I moved from Costa Rica to Treasure Coast in 2002. And I used to work in Costa Rica. I have a really good job. I have a degree in business. And here, with single mom with 2 children, I have to figure it out to take care of my kids and be able to support them. So
Sure.
real estate give me a little bit of that flexibility to be for my kids when they get out of school, work from home sometimes, and help people. I love to help people and use my knowledge on business and economy. So
Sure.
all that together.
So, you were in the United States in 2002. You didn't immediately become a realtor. When did you start the realty business?
I have my real estate license since 2005, and I got my broker license in 2019.
Okay. So, what makes you stand above other realtors in the area?
I like what I do. I love what I do. I have to say it. For me, real estate is about helping people. It's not about looking for a check. I know we all pay bills, but it's helping people what I love.
Sure.
And that's the main thing for me. I speak 5 languages.
Wow.
So that helped me with different people from around the world and around the country. And Florida is about that. Florida have people from many, many countries, so that helped me with that. I have, in my years in real estate, I got the certification for international real estate. So when I put a property in the market, I market that property in around 55 countries.
Wow.
And sometimes we get buyers from other countries. When you have a buyer from other country, you know how to do it. You have the education to know how to make that happen and explain them how things are different in this country. And you have all the sources to make that help that client too.
That has to be very interesting to
It
be working with somebody in another country that's trying to come into this country or purchase in this country.
It is.
It also has to be a little bit difficult sometimes.
Sometimes it's about understand where they're coming from. It's about cultural. It's about everything beside this real estate transaction itself. So you have to understand how they do things in their country. So you explain it how it's different here.
Sure.
You explain. You have to, even in different states here, they do things different. So you have to know all that to make it as easier as possible. Have the sources, how they can transfer money from their country to here to the title company. How attorneys, accountings, all that is a
So
working process.
So
Laws.
all the pieces, there's
Yes.
a lot of pieces to selling a home
It is.
or buying a home.
I always say the realtor and in a process of transaction, selling or buying, is more as the director of the orchestra.
Oh.
Because we have a lot of people, title companies, attorneys, accountants, inspectors, lenders, all that. So we are the ones who guide everyone and direct everyone to make things happen.
There you go. Now, with your international ability, does that also give you the ability to do real estate in other states outside of Florida?
No, in United States we have is a state license.
Okay.
So if I want to sell property in other state, I will have to have license in that state.
Okay.
But I know people everywhere. So if I have a client who want to sell a property in Arizona, in California, in Washington, doesn't matter where, I know someone, good one, who will help them buy or sell there,
Okay.
and I can help them in Florida. It's same with other countries. I'm from Costa Rica, so I can sell in Costa Rica. I have the ability in Costa Rica. I also have real estate license in Dubai, and it's a great investment
Wow.
area. Yes, and I've been there and know the market. I was there just for real estate 1 week, going around the projects, and everything is happening in Dubai. But also, and it's a great investment. But also, you know the realtors in England. I know the realtors in Brazil. I know realtors in Singapore, in Hong Kong, in
Wow.
Tokyo, in Japan. I have good relationship with the president of the Realtors Association in Japan. So all that make you help. Doesn't matter where they are or where they want to go.
Nice. Now, here in the area, we have a lot of developments coming up.
Yes.
So there's a lot of builders that are putting in these different areas. Do you need a realtor to go into one of those areas? Do you suggest to get a realtor to help you find the right house in that area that's maybe not built yet?
I do. You definitely need a realtor to go with a builder. Definitely, you need it. Why? The difference is make it easy for you as a buyer. The price and the house won't change or get cheaper because you don't have a buyer. I mean, you don't have a realtor.
Okay.
The buyer doesn't need a realtor to go with the builder. They don't need it, but is the best way, because the buyer doesn't know all the details in the contract.
Right.
The follow up, they be sure the house is ready on time. The fees, explain everything, deal with the lenders. Sometimes the lender of the builder doesn't qualify the buyer, but other one will do, and be sure you keep the benefits. A lot of details in that aspect. So I always recommend, if you want to buy a new house, take your realtor with you.
Okay.
That's
So-
important.
So the realtors can help even with the builders that have the ability of selling the house on their own.
Yes, yes. And with commercial, right now, today, we just, San Lucie County and Treasure Coast is in the top 10 areas for commercial real estate
Well,
in the country. 5 are in Florida, and we are the number 3 in the whole country in commercial.
so we're growing.
Yeah, and commercial real estate is completely different than residential real estate. So if you want to work and need a building, need a property for a business, wanna even at least a building, you have to find a realtor who know how to do that too. It's 2 different things.
And you can take care of commercial realty too.
Yes, I do that.
Is there anything you don't do yet?
Well, you can ask my kids. I don't cook much. I'm not home.
Well, you're not home enough to cook.
Sometimes. But what happened is, because I speak different languages, my clients came buy a house and they want to open the business. And because my acknowledge with business administration, economy, I have a master's degree in business.
Well,
So I love the part of commercial, to be the what to make it happen, where is the best place to have this business. And so far, all the business I help, they still there.
fantastic. So you put people in business to stay in business.
That's how it is. That has to be that way. If you help someone to put a business, is to make that business happen for a long term. Obviously, depends of the owner too. It's
Right.
not just myself, but at least I do my part to give them the best tools possible in that aspect.
Yes, what words of advice would you give to somebody looking to purchase a house right now in the market?
be prepared, be ready, use an expert to guide you every single step, because that way, for seller to buy, either way, do it. Get with someone who is good enough to guide you for the whole process and even after. That's the best way.
What are some of the things that you should look for when you're looking for a realtor? I mean, I can pick up the phone and call any realty office and get a realtor, but what kind of questions should I ask my realtor to know that they're going to work for me?
It depends if you're buying or selling, but either one is check their license. It's a
Okay.
public access to check their license, see if they have complaints and their license is active. I have, every time I go with a client, especially to sell a house, I give them 60 questions they have to ask to a realtor. So they can ask me that, and they can ask any other realtor to be sure they get the right one for them.
Oh, okay.
But it's also have that, the right one for you, the one you feel more comfortable, the one you feel is doing the right thing for you. Is not what my friend, my cousin, my whatever think. Is just the right thing for you. And usually don't go with family, because when things get sketchy and sometimes it's stressful. Buy or sell a property is stressful. So when you get argue or something you don't like, if you're dealing with your cousin, your brother or something, it's family. You will
Sure.
have to see them at the barbecue the weekend.
Right?
Deal with somebody you don't have a clue, you don't have to see it, and you don't want to talk if you don't have to. So that is important too. And in fact, get someone who will help you to be prepared to the process. Is because it's not just put the house on the market or just go look houses. It's a homework you have to do before that. So be sure that person guide you in that aspect.
Okay, great. If somebody is looking for a realtor, how could they reach you?
They can call me or text me 772-341-9070. If I don't answer, please leave a message. I will call you back, I promise. But that's the best way to find me.
All right. Yes, thank you for coming in and sharing your expertise with us.
Thank you
I
for having
certainly
me here.
appreciate you being here.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
If you are looking for real estate, buying, selling, commercial or residential, reach out to Yaz in whichever language you speak. She is going to be able to take care of you and take care of all the needs that you have.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back.
Thank you.